Hello everyone, I am Senthil. Welcome to Senthil Smart QA Hub. Today we are going to see the Playwright locators. Generally, the Playwright locator used to identify and interact with the web element on the web page. These are the inbuilt locators in Playwright. What are the locators? Page.getByText, page.getByLabel, page.getByPlaceholder, page.getByAltText, page.getByTitle, page.getByTestId, page.getByRole. So these are the locators are available in the Playwright. Now we will see one by one all the locator. First locator is page.getByText. The getByText locator used to identify the element on the page by using the element visible text. Generally, the element visible text is called as text of the element. The text of the element is present in the HTML code. Where the text of the element is present is, it will be present after the opening tag before closing tag. For this example, for this HTML code, the submit is the text of the element, or we can say it's a visible text which is present after opening tag or before closing tag. Whenever the element is having visible text, so we can go for getByText locator. So this locators, it's a case sensitive. Whatever the text is present in the HTML code, same text we have to give it, and we can give the partial or we can give the exact word we can give. Playwright supports partial or exact match. For exact match, we have to add exact colon true object property. Now we will see the example code for getByText. Now for getByText, I'll take this Google application. So in this Google application, I'm going to right click on the Gmail and inspect the element. And see here, Gmail is, it's a visible text on the page. So this is called as text of the element, which is present after the open tag and before closing tag. So now using this Gmail text of the element, I'm going to find the Gmail web element. Before going to perform operation on the Gmail element, so first I launch the Gmail application, await page.goTo method, http://www.google.com. So this statement will launch the application. After launch the application, so we are going to find this Gmail element. So I'll take this text of the element. Here we are going to find the Gmail web element. So await page.getBy. When you write page.getBy, here see you can see all the locators. GetByAltText, getByLabel, getByPlaceholder, getByRole, getByTestId, getByText, getByTitle. We are going to use getByText locator. Inside the getByText, it takes which argument is string argument, and second argument is a optional. So first argument is a string argument. We have to pass the text of the element within the string. Playwright locator is a auto wait. You don't need to give await. I'll remove the await keyword. This statement used to find the Gmail link. Then Gmail link I'm going to store it in the variable Gmail-link. This statement used to will find the Gmail element and it will be stored in the Gmail link variable. Using this variable, I'm going to click on the Gmail link. So await Gmail link dot click method. Click method used to click on the element. Now I'm going to run this script. Now it will launch the Gmail application and click on the Gmail link. Here it's got clicked and immediately the browser got closed. After click on the Gmail, we couldn't see because the browser got closed. After click on the Gmail link, If you want to make some time to wait, then you can mention the timeout. Await page dot timeout. It will wait for the milliseconds. So here if we pass 10,000, it will wait for 10 seconds. So after click on the Gmail, it will wait for 10 seconds, then browser will be closed. I'm going to run this code. It will launch the Google application. Click on the Gmail link, wait for 10 seconds, then application will be closed. This statement used to open the application. This statement will find the Gmail element and it will be stored in the Gmail link variable. Then click on the Gmail link, wait for 10 seconds. We will see one more example for GetByText using different application. So I am going to open this application and then I am going to click on this AP. So I will take this URL of the application. Here we are going to launch the playwright.dev official website. So I will give this URL in the go-to method. This used to launch the playwright.dev official website. Now after launching, we are going to click on this API link. So to click on the API link, we have to find the locator. Right click on the API element, click on inspect. Now we can see the HTML code for AP, and here we have the text of the element. Now we can find the API using getByText. In the getByText, what we will pass? API. So I will copy the API. After open the application, we are going to find the API element. So here page.getByText. We are going to use getByText locator. Inside the getByText locator, I am going to pass the API text. So this used to find the API element. Now we are going to store it in the variable constant. This is constant API link. I am going to click on the API link. So I am going to write API link dot click, await API link dot click. Click method used to click on the element. Now I am going to run this code. So we are launching the playwright.dev and then we are trying to click on the API, but it's not clicked. We got the error here. API.click, it is throwing the error, locator.click error. So strict mode violation. So strict mode violation means API link is identified the 3 elements. So click method will not click on the all the element at a time. Click method will not click on all the element at a time. So it giving the suggestion to use different locator to identify the unique of the each element. It gives the suggestion to use the different locator to identify to make the unique element. Because here this getByText, it will identify the partial text of the element and exact text of the element. Now here we'll check how many API elements are there. Here we'll type API. See here we have 3 API element are there. We have 3 API element. Right click on this API, inspect element. This API is a complete text of the element. We'll check other 2. This API, is a partial text of the element. Partial text. Next, third one, right click inspect element. This is also partial text. These 2 APIs are partial text and this API only complete text of the element. So we have to identify this API element. So for that, we can give the second argument. We can pass exact exact is object property and the exact value is boolean type. So by default the getByText it takes false argument. Now we have to give the exact colon true. When you mention exact colon true property, the getByText will identify the exact element. Now I am going to run this. Now it will launch the playwright.dev official website and again throwing the error because this program here small round is that means you didn't, after modified, you didn't save the program. Control S for save and then run it again. It will open the playwright.dev and click on the API. Then it will wait for 10 seconds, then the application will be closed. Now it is passed. This will take partial text of the element also. If you want to find the complete text of the element, we have to use exact colon true property. Now we have seen how to identify the element using getByText. Next we will see how to use getByLabel. getByLabel locator used to identify the element based on the visible label text and area label attribute. In the application, the visible text you will get a password and the tag name is label, and this label we have a for attribute. This for attribute, the password is attached to the input. So using label we can find the input element. Now we will see the example for visible label text. Now I will go to wikipedia.org. Here you will find the Wikipedia search text box. Here I am going to right click, inspect the element. Now we can see the Wikipedia search text box HTML code is here. Here you will find the label, and what is the label value is search Wikipedia. This label, the label for attribute value is attached to the input ID. We can take the search Wikipedia label value and we can pass it to the getByLabel to find the input text box. Now I will copy this label value. So I will change the URL www.wikipedia.org. This statement will open the application. Now after open the application, we are going to find the Wikipedia search text box using getByLabel. I will pass the label value. This statement used to find the Wikipedia text box and I will store it in the variable. I will give the variable name search text box. So next step, I am going to enter value in the search text box. Await search -text box dot. To type value in the text box, we have to use fill method. Inside the fill method, we can enter the value. What value you want to type it in the text box, that value we can mention inside the fill method. I will give the value is playwright. So this will open the Wikipedia org and find the Wikipedia search text box and type the playwright value in the text box and then wait for 10 seconds. I am going to run this script npx playwright text script 2.spec.ts. It will launch the wikipedia.org. The value is typed here. So we identify the input text box using getByLabel. When we can use the getByLabel, in the label tag for attribute value attached to the ID, then we can use getByLabel to find the input. Next one, we can use getByLabel using area attribute value. See here HTML code. Here we have a area attribute value is search field. This value we can use it in the getByLabel to find this element. Now I will take facebook.com. Here in this email text box, right click, inspect element. Now we can see the HTML code of email text box. In the HTML code, see here you will find area label. Area label value is email, address or phone number. We can use this value to the getByLabel and to find the email text box. Now I'll take this value. Here I will change the URL. We are going to launch facebook.com. Then we are going to find the email text box, page.getByLabel. Then I will pass the area label value of the email text box. Then I will store it in the variable email text box. Now to the text box I am going to pass the email ID, await email-text box dot fill. Here I am going to mention the email ID demo.gmail.com. I am going to run this script. Now it will launch the Facebook application, then email ID will be typed. So we type the email ID using here getByLabel. In this getByLabel we pass the area label value. GetByLabel we can use it in two situations. So whenever this label for attribute is attached to the ID to the getByLabel, and next one whenever this element is having area attribute value, then we can use getByLabel. So here now we have learned getByText, getByLabel. Next we will go for getByPlaceholder. So getByPlaceholder will locate the element based on the placeholder attribute. So in the HTML code you can see the placeholder attribute. So this placeholder attribute value we can use it in the getByPlaceholder to find the element. Now I will open the Amazon.com, and in this Amazon search text box right click inspect element. You can see the HTML code of this Amazon search text box. Here you will find the placeholder. See here you can see the placeholder attribute. So now to find this Amazon search text box we can use getByPlaceholder locator. So I will copy this placeholder value. Here I will open the Amazon.com. So this open Amazon.com. Next we are going to find the search text box. Page dot we can use getByPlaceholder. Here we can pass the placeholder value of the search text box. Then I will store it in the variable search text box. Next we are going to enter value in the search text box, await search text box dot fill. So I am going to pass the mouse for laptop. I am going to run this script. So it will launch the Amazon.com. In the search text box the value will be entered. So now we have find this search text box using getByPlaceholder. So now we have learned getByText, getByLabel, getByPlaceholder. Next we will go for getByAltText. So here getByAltText also used to locate the value based on this the alt attribute value. Mostly this alt attribute is present in the image tag. Now I will open the Zomato.com. Have the image here, right click inspect element. This image is created, img tag, this HTML code, and here you will find the alt attribute value. Here you can see the alt attribute value. So using this value we can find this image. Copy this value. Now I am going to open the Zomato.com. Next we are going to find the image page.getByAltText. Here I will pass that image alt value online order. This is used to find the online order image. I will store it in the variable. Example I will give img. Then I am going to click on the image, await img dot click. So open the Zomato.com, find the order online image, click on that image, wait for 10 seconds, then application will be closed. Now I am going to run this script. We are expecting to click on that order online image. but it's not clicked, we got the error. So it's saying the 2 matches found. 2 matches found. 2 element is having same alt attribute. We are going to find the first element. So here you can use first method. Suppose you want to go for second, and all we don't have second method, so we can use nth. Then we can mention the nth method. Nth method index value starts from 0. If you want to click on the first element, mention the 0, or if you want to click on the second element, we can mention 1. So I am going to click on the first element. I can give nth of 0, or I can use first method. So it's clicked. After 10 seconds, the browser got closed. Now we have seen how to use getByAltText. Next we are going to use getByTitle. getByTitle will locate the element based on the title attribute. For example, in the HTML code, if title attribute is present, we can use the title attribute value. We can pass this value to the getByTitle to find the element. Next I will take mail.com. Right click on the search text box, inspect element. So it will open the respective HTML code, and here you will find the title attribute. So I am going to copy this title attribute. Let us launch mail.com. Next we are going to find the element using title attribute, page.getByTitle. I will pass the title value. Then I will store it in a variable search text box. Next we are going to type value in the search text box. Await search text box dot fill. We are going to type the value. I will type jobs. Let's run the code. See, the value is typed and browser got closed. So now we have seen getByTitle. We will see next locator. Next locator is a getByTestId. getByTestId used to find the element based on the data test ID attribute. For example, the HTML code is having data-test-id attribute is present. So we can pass this attribute value to the getByTestId locator to find the element. Next I will open the open.spotify.com. Here I am going to find the sign up button. The sign up button, this is the HTML code. So in the HTML code we have attribute called data-test ID. I will copy this data-test ID value. In the goto method, I am going to open the open.spotify.com. Next we are going to find the sign up button using getByTestId. Await page.getByTestId. I will pass the getByTestId value of the sign up button. I will store it in a variable sign up button. Next we are going to click on the sign up button. Await sign up button dot click. We will run the script. It will click on the sign up button. Now we have seen how to identify the element using getByTestId. Next, last locator, getByRole locator. So getByRole locator used to locate the element based on this area roles. Area means accessible rich internet application. Area roles will support set of HTML element. So these are the common elements. The common area roles: button, link, heading, text box, checkbox and a dialog. Now we'll see how to use getByRole using button. So here page.getByRole, we have to mention the element name. The element is this button. Second argument will take the name property. So in this name property we have to pass this button text of the element. Next one for link, how to use getByRole is getByRole. The name of the element is link element, and second argument it takes name property. In the name property we have to give the name of the link. Next one is heading. For heading, getByRole, this is h1 means heading, so we have to pass heading, and second argument is a name property. In the name property we have to pass the name of the heading. Next one for text box. For text box, getByRole, this is HTML code for text box code, so I am taking the text box, and in the name property we have to pass the name attribute value. getByRole, name of the element is checkbox, and the name property will pass the name attribute value. Now using getByRole, we'll see the example code. Using getByRole, I'm going to identify the link. Right click on this Gmail link, inspect element. So the Gmail is a text of the element. We are going to use this visible text to the getByRole. Here I launch Google application. Then we are going to find the Gmail link using getByRole locator, page.getByRole. First argument will take the role. These are the areas roles are there. We are going to use here what role is link. So I will pass here link and comma. Second argument should be the name property. Name is a property. It takes which value is string value. Colon. I'll mention the name value is Gmail. And this also will identify the partial text of the element. The second property we can mention the exact property takes boolean value dot true. Then I'll store it in a variable constant. This is Gmail hyphen link. Await Gmail hyphen link dot click. Go and run this code. So it will click on the Gmail link using getByRole. Similarly, you can use it for button, heading, text box, checkbox, dialog.